A large minority of Boston residents aren't too thrilled the city won the U.S. bid for the 2024 Summer Olympic Games, and their voices may be heard. Tuesday, Boston Mayor Martin Walsh said he will not stand in the way of a public vote that could potentially kill the city's chances of hosting the games. This is a change, of course, for Walsh. When the city won the U.S. bid January 9th, he said there would be no public referendum, though he most likely couldn't stop it from happening if he wanted to. The majority of Boston residents do support hosting the Summer Games in 2024, but the anti-Olympics minority is definitely too sizable to ignore. In fact, a WBUR poll shows 1/3 of all Bostonians are opposed to the city hosting the event.
Here you have more supporters than opponents, but it's nowhere close to the level of support you've seen in other successful Olympic venues in the past. One of the fears is that we're going to have a great event and we're going to be stuck with a huge tab at the end of it.
That last thought is a familiar sentiment of those who don't want the Summer Games in Beantown.
I really don't want the Olympics.
I am not a supporter of the Olympics.
Not 20 billion later. No.
In fact, it's been the rallying cry for the group No Boston Olympics. It says the event would put too much of a burden on taxpayers. Regardless of whether a city or statewide ballot against the games gains traction, the idea alone could jeopardize Boston's bid. The Wall Street Journal says the United States Olympic Committee would likely view even the prospect of a referendum as a major obstacle to the U.S. hosting the Summer Games. The Journal says the IOC wants approval ratings to be roughly 80%. The Boston Herald says organizers would need to get 65,000 signatures in order to make a public referendum. For Newsy, I'm Jay Struberg.